In the month of July, making YouTube videos made me over $17,000. I'm not saying this to brag or flaunt my money. I'm telling you this because I want to show you all of my income sources, how I grew on YouTube, and how I built these up over time to hopefully help all of you do the same with your own online business or YouTube channel. In the first part of this video, I'm going to go over how you can grow your own YouTube channel, and in the second part, I'm going to go over all the other income sources that I've created off of this channel. So I had first started my YouTube channel back in May of 2017. I had done a little bit of research at that time as to how to optimize my videos for the search engine and create some enticing thumbnails. Also, I've been on the platform my whole life. I've been consuming YouTube videos since I was a kid, so I thought I already had a good idea as to how to make good YouTube videos that get views. But despite this, my channel saw very slow growth. Apart from one video that miraculously got ranked in search results for 2-day fast, all of my videos would get around a few hundred views. And normally this wouldn't be a problem if you're just starting off your YouTube channel. You know, you don't have an audience yet, so you're naturally not gonna get a lot of views. But this continued on for about 3 years. And then last year around June, everything changed. That was when I made a video titled No Fap plus Cold Showers plus Journaling for 90 days. At first, the video overperformed by just a little bit. But once No Nut November hit, that video started to blow up and my channel along with it. And I finally started to make some decent money off of YouTube. Now you might be wondering what I started to do with this extra money. A big chunk of this has been going into investing. If you've been wanting to get into investing and investing in stuff that you're actually passionate about, I suggest you check out the sponsor of today's video, which is Otis. For those who don't know, Otis is a stock market for cultural assets where almost anybody can buy and sell shares of rare collectibles, sneakers, and art. You know those super cool collectibles like Pokemon cards or video games that you've always wanted to buy but you don't have the money for? Well, you can invest in their value in the form of shares. So it's basically like owning a piece of these rare collectibles. It's super dope. They have over 100 rare items to choose from and they add new assets every week. All you gotta do is download the app and you can sign up for free to follow the weekly drops. You can buy shares of the latest drops directly from Otis or buy shares from past drops from other Otis members. You can then earn a potential return by selling your shares to other Otis members, or if Otis sells the underlying asset for more than the price at which you bought your shares. So I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of NFTs, and specifically the CryptoPunks that you can buy as NFTs. Well, Otis actually has CryptoPunk number 543 as an investment. You can buy shares of this CryptoPunk on Otis. So you don't actually have to own the, I think it's like over $500,000 to buy it right now. You can just buy shares of it and then make a potential return if the price goes up. And then I'm also a big gamer, so I like investing in stuff like Pokemon Red as well as Mario Kart 64. Really suggest you guys check out this dope app. It's a really innovative way to get into investing. So you can sign up for Otis using the link in my description and get your first share free when you fund your account. Terms apply. Okay, so back to my YouTube. It was clear to me that after this video, people really like hearing me talk about self-improvement, and now that's what basically my entire audience is based around. So this is the first thing that I will say when starting a YouTube channel, and this is what happened to me. You want to pick a niche, aka a category of videos that you actually enjoy making videos about, and you want to make a bunch of different types of videos within this niche. And eventually, something is going to be a hit with people and the YouTube algorithm. So I was making videos in the health and wellness niche, basically. I was making all these different types of full day of eating videos and fitness videos, and then sometimes self-help content, and then my no-fap video blew up. And that is very telling of what the algorithm likes you to make videos about and what you're probably really good at making videos about. And so I knew with this no-fap video blowing up that this was the route that I should take. This was a clear indicator. It might take you a very long time for the algorithm to hit you in that way, but as I always say, just never stop uploading and be consistent. It will happen. Of course, paired with what I'm going to go over soon in this video. Now that you have this starting out, kind of figuring your way through the algorithm and seeing what the algorithm likes you to make, let's talk about standing out on YouTube. YouTube is not like television or movies in many ways. You don't have to have the highest quality production to make videos. That is clearly evident with YouTubers who just sit and talk behind a camera, or just have a really bad camera. Because these YouTubers have at least one of the 3 key essentials to standing out on YouTube. Usually for those types of videos specifically, it's relatability/authenticity. People love watching other YouTubers that they feel like they can relate to, but without them faking their relatability, because a lot of people do that online. Basically, it feels like they're just watching a friend. This is evident in channels like 𝙎𝙤𝙘𝙞𝙀 or Kelly Stamps, who don't have the best production quality, but people just love them for who they are. And that is also super important. Being authentic and honest with your audience just really resonates with people, and it's a big part of why my channel started to do so well. Because I opened up about all my heartbreaks and problems that I had in the past, and I wasn't afraid to be vulnerable to hundreds of thousands of people, and people love that. What I was also able to bring to the table eventually was a second key essential: unique, good editing. If you are good at editing videos, that is something that people will very much so notice and want to watch you for. And it usually also makes the video more engaging, and they're less likely to click off of the video before the end. I want to go over how to edit better, but let me first get the third and last key essential out of the way, and that is being naturally charismatic or entertaining. If you are just like a really entertaining, funny, charismatic, energetic person, then people are going to want to watch your videos until the end. You need, at the very least, one of these to make it on YouTube, but ideally you'll want 2 of them. But it won't even matter if you have all 3 of these if you don't have the 2 most important aspects to getting your YouTube videos to people's recommended. And for right now, that is a high click-through rate and a high audience retention. If your video is getting clicked on frequently and most people are watching that video almost until the end, then YouTube is more likely to show that video to more people. You know, I see a lot of aspiring YouTubers who say stuff like,
"Oh, I've been making videos for so long now and they're just still only getting 10, 20 views. What's going on?"
If you've been doing YouTube for a long time, let's say like a year or 2 now, the answer is pretty simple. Your thumbnails and titles suck, and your videos suck. Sorry. So how can we improve that? First, the topic of the video matters a lot. You want to make sure that the topic of the video would apply to both what your audience is looking for and for it to be a big enough topic to appeal to a wide enough audience. For example, I used to make very niched videos like how to conquer the feeling of loneliness plus chest workout. Who in their right mind is looking for a video that not only has how to conquer the feeling of loneliness, but also a chest workout in it? You have to ask yourself, is this a video worth getting a lot of views? For example, what would more people be likely to click on? 5 vegan snacks for gluten-free vegans, or stranded tiger shark is rescued by 3 men? I think the answer is clear. You want to make sure it appeals to a wide enough audience. Now, titles and thumbnails. If you can't get the person to click on the video, then they can't even watch the video. If you're in the gaming category or you're trying to appeal to a younger audience, it definitely helps to have very colorful, exciting thumbnails with a lot of emotion in your face. We see it done so much because it's always worked so well. But if I were to do that in my niche, then people would probably hate me for it and they wouldn't want to click on the video. Like, imagine if my thumbnails looked like this and the title was "How to Make 2021 Your Best Year Yet." What I suggest you do is to research what thumbnails in your niche get the most views, aka the most clicks, and try to replicate those, or I guess I should say repurpose those in your own unique way. For example, there's this one Nate O'Brien video that I saw about minimalism, and in the thumbnail it says, "I own nothing." For my own video about living under my means, I wanted to replicate this thumbnail in my own way. So I put myself in underwear next to an empty wall where it looked like I own nothing, and I had the text in it say, "I own nothing." I replicated something that had been shown to work in the past and put my own spin on it. Now, of course, past performance is not always a good indicator of present or future performance, but that thumbnail was very clickable due to the clickbaitiness and curiosity that it evoked. If people are curious about what the video holds, then they'll want to click and see what the video is about. Not giving everything away in the title and the thumbnail is an excellent way to do so. Pair that with sensationalizing the subject matter, and you'll have something that's worth clicking on. Obviously, I don't actually own nothing. I own a camera, I own all the stuff that you're seeing here. It was just sensationalized clickbait. This is what's been called legit bait, which is a term that's been coined by the YouTube channel 𝙬𝙤𝙘𝙖𝙧. This video of him explaining clickbait on YouTube is incredibly insightful, and I suggest checking that out. It'll be linked in the description below, along with a bunch of other resources. As for making engaging videos that are worth watching until the end, the edit of the video is everything. You want it to have good pacing, not be boring, and be engaging. Well, yeah, no shit, Cole, but how do you do that? From my personal experience and from what I've seen, story is king. When I started to improve my storytelling within my videos and I started telling more stories, my audience retention dramatically increased. Instead of telling people the 3-step process to get over loneliness, which is just like facts, I told people my stories of loneliness and how I overcame them and what I learned from that. The reason this works so well is because humans are very emotional creatures. We are much more attracted to stories rather than numbers and facts. All of the biggest YouTubers on the platform have a similar procedure with their editing. They explain the title of the video in a little more depth immediately, and then they tell the story of the title and make the audience wait until the end to see the climax of the title or the thumbnail. And it works really well, and it makes people want to watch until the end. So that's the first thing that I would say for the edit, is to have a really good script and a good story. As for developing skills in editing engaging, high-quality videos with good pacing, I learned that all from YouTube. YouTube has pretty much everything you need to learn editing with Adobe Premiere Pro and After Effects or any other editing software. And this is massively important. You want to try to improve each video you make by at least 1%. Learn something new with each video or try a brand new editing technique that you've never used before. This is how you get better, is you consistently make better videos inch by inch, and that compounds into a massive difference over time. If you look at my videos even from a year ago compared to now, the editing and pacing is much better and my audience retention reflects that. As for the pacing of videos, you kind of naturally get a feel towards that the more that you edit. But I'm gonna leave a link in the description to Logan Paul's video editor channel because he makes amazing videos on this subject. With all of this being applied and you being consistent over years, your channel will grow and you'll start making money off of it. But how the hell did I make $17,000 in 1 month from my 200,000 subscriber YouTube channel? The types of videos that you make actually do matter quite a bit, as well as how long they are. In my niche specifically, the RPM or revenue per mil, which is basically how much I get paid for 1,000 views, is around $5. And my videos are longer than 8 minutes, which allows me to add mid-roll ads, which also helps with this RPM. This RPM fluctuates depending on the month, and my views fluctuate all the time. But because I made a video on finance, which has an insane RPM, it's got the highest RPM on YouTube, I believe, and it blew up, that's how my monthly income was so high for this month in particular. Right now, I'm averaging around $5,000 to $6,000 a month in YouTube AdSense revenue, which is only from the ads displayed on my videos. YouTube is a lot harder than you think, and with any type of self-employment, your income is going to fluctuate greatly with each month, and you got to be prepared for that. That's why you can't rely solely on YouTube, and you have to create multiple sources of income. So now let's go over my other sources of income. Okay, so apart from YouTube AdSense revenue, I also have 6 other sources of income, but we're only going to go over 4 of those because 2 of them aren't related to my YouTube traffic at all, and this video is about how I made money from YouTube specifically. First, there are ebooks and books. In the description of all of my videos, I have my self-help book that I wrote, The Middle Way, which can be purchased on Amazon as a paperback or as an ebook on my own website. And in that month where I made $17K, it made me $172. And I wrote my self-help book in Google Docs, and I formatted the whole thing using Amazon KDP. Next up is sponsorships. I make very sponsorship-friendly content, which is good. It's good that this is also the type of content that I enjoy making, and this varies greatly, but recently, these past few months, I've been getting a lot more sponsorships, and that sponsorship money has been increasing quite rapidly with not only the amount of sponsorship opportunities that I'm getting, but also that my views are increasing, my average views on each video, and so I can ask for more. But in that month, specifically in July, I made $1,625 from sponsorships. Next income source is Patreon. This is linked in the description of all my videos, and I also shout it out at the end of all of my videos. This is a place where I put out exclusive videos and podcasts and other forms of content that I don't post anywhere else. So it's kind of like a subscription service to get exclusive content from me. And then there's also a one-on-one option there where I like talk to people one-on-one for a 20-minute call each month, and that is steadily growing as well. And lastly, we have affiliate marketing. This is where if you have affiliate links and people click on it and then purchase that product, you get a small commission from driving the traffic to that person's website and getting them to buy it. And the easiest way to do this, but maybe not the most profitable, is with Amazon affiliates. It's very easy to sign up with it, and I put affiliate links in the description of all my videos for my gear. And then sometimes I also make videos where I mention a book or products that I think people should buy that are related to the video. And so people will click on that and they will purchase those products, and then I get a small commission. Now this is tough. You need a lot of clicks to get even a decent amount of money from this type of affiliate marketing, especially with Amazon. This past month, I think I've gotten like almost 5,000 clicks on my links, but have only made $50 so far. And in that month specifically, in July, where I made 17K, I made $70 in affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing and creating like ebooks, they're all things that I started very long ago that I knew wouldn't make me a lot of money at the time, but once my YouTube channel started to grow, the income of those other things would start to grow with it. So I planted these seeds a very long time ago, and now they're just starting to sprout and grow the way that I want them to. And that's the only reason that I'm like making decent money off of anything, is because my YouTube gets so many views now. So like I said, that powers everything. Like, just start it right now, even though it's not going to make you like any money right now because you're not getting views. Just put all those things together and plant them right now, so that when you actually start getting a decent amount of views, those things will also make you money. And so that's why my channel really blew up in terms of making me a lot of money this year. Like I said, I shout out all the patrons on my Patreon at the end of all my videos. If you want to hear me go into even more detail about the other income sources apart from YouTube, I do have a video on my Patreon. I have several videos actually where I go over other things about YouTube and building a brand. So if you do want to check that out, and again, thank you to all the patrons on my channel, you can go to the link in the description. It's patreon.com/Cole Hastings. Thank you. Thank you guys so fucking much. You've changed my life. You've changed everything for me by supporting my channel this much. This really would not be possible without all of you guys, and I can only hope that I bring you as much value as you bring me.